It's almost winter and it's getting colder. Perfect to finally wear these fragrances. I've got 5 bangers for you, 1 designer and 4 niche fragrances, and hardly anyone is talking about the last 2. So make sure to watch till the end. We start off the list with Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme, and this is one of the best flankers in the Ideal line. Still very underrated in my opinion. I think it's also because it's very hard to get in the United States. In Europe, you can get it everywhere. And this is, in my opinion, a niche quality fragrance. Although Guerlain is considered designer, Guerlain is one of the oldest fragrance houses. They started actually as a fragrance house and later they became a designer brand. In my opinion, Guerlain is still niche. So this is the only designer fragrance on the list. But in my opinion, it is a niche fragrance, also with niche quality. And this is a masterpiece. This smells really unique. The whole Ideal line, here is the old discontinued Ideal cologne, for example. The whole Ideal line has the almond note. So that's their sort of base note in the whole Ideal line. And every flanker, they go a different way. And with this flanker, Thierry Wasser, the master perfumer, incredible perfumer, one of the best perfumers alive. And he made this masterpiece in a very unique and very sexy way, in my opinion. So it's actually a gourmand kind of fragrance. It has plum. It also has bergamot, so it has a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of freshness. It is sweet, it is fruity, but it has a beautiful pink pepper and cinnamon combination with the almond. And the almond note is the signature from the Ideal line, but the almond comes off nutty, but it also has a little bit of cherry vibes at the same time. But it's also a tobacco and leather fragrance. So it's mainly what you detect is actually plum, tobacco, and then you get the sweet fruitiness and the almond and the nuttiness all together. There's also a hint of patchouli. It is a little bit woody. There's cedar wood as well, but it's a beautiful tobacco fragrance and a unique tobacco fragrance because the plum tobacco combination, this smells phenomenal. This is a masterpiece in my opinion, a must-have in every collection. Although it's not a safe blind buy, I would recommend to sample this first. This is an older batch. It's already macerated, so it's a little bit stronger. I think this is one of the strongest from the Ideal line. I get around 8 to 9 hours performance with a moderate projection, a moderate sillage. It's an intimate scent, I would say. It's not a beast mode fragrance. I usually do 15 to 20 sprays with this, but then you have a nice scent bubble around you. You leave a scent trail, and it's perfect for date nights, for example. It's perfect for winter. You can wear this in fall as well, early spring actually, but this is perfect for winter. It feels cozy because it also has the cinnamon, so it has the warm spiciness. It is sweet, it's gourmandish. Altogether, a super sexy fragrance. In my opinion, it's still unisex, but it's leaning more masculine. I would prefer smell this on myself or on a man, but ladies can pull this off as well. But ladies just love sweet, warm, spicy fragrances. This is a major compliment getter. It smells amazing, although it doesn't project that much. If you have a date night or something, this is a perfect date night fragrance. It's really comforting, it's sexy, it's alluring. You can also wear it to a professional setting, although maybe I wouldn't wear this to the office per se, but you can wear this going out clubbing or whatever you're doing. You can just wear fragrances whenever you feel like it. But these fragrances are more for intimate settings, in my opinion. So, Guerlain Non Medial Extreme. At least get a sample, get your nose on this, and thank me later. Next up, we have Initio Blessed Baraka. And this is such a masterpiece fragrance. Not a safe blind buy. This is not for everyone, but this is phenomenal. It's a super sort of simplistic blend, but it smells phenomenal. I think it's not a safe blind buy. It's not for everyone. I think some of the people might even find it dirty because there's a sort of animaticness to it. So it's actually a vanilla fragrance, but it's very ambery and musky at the same time. And the amber and the musk, they come off a little bit dirty. There's a sort of animalicness to it, but that makes it also very sexy at the same time. There's Isui Super, and the vanilla is pretty heavy. So it is vanillic, is ambery, it's also musky, and there's a little bit of powderiness to it and a little bit of dirtiness. But the Isui Super, yeah, that just makes it a little bit better. And there's also a little bit of floral aspects to it, white floral aspects. So it's mostly sweet, actually. I think it is sweet, but it's dirty at the same time. It's hard to explain. I think you have to get a sample at least. This is a super sexy fragrance. Beast mode performance is really strong. It's literally really, really strong, but it's not for everyone. I think if you are, yeah, just starting collecting fragrances, this is probably not your thing. But if you already are advanced and you love a little bit more daring fragrances, a little bit more alluring, you can pull this off on a date night. But it's, I think, a hit or miss because it can attract women. It can be very sexy and alluring, but maybe because it's a little bit dirty, yeah, maybe it's not a perfect date night. I think it's a hit or miss. I would personally wear it on a date. I wouldn't care, although I don't date anymore. I have a girlfriend already for like 8 years or something. But I would personally pull this off because it's mysterious. It's alluring. Wear this with a leather jacket. Also wear this going out clubbing if you want to make a statement. I think this is not for a professional setting or maybe for a gala evening, but not for going to the office or anything. But this is perfect for going out clubbing. And I would personally rock this on a date night. It is perfect for fall and winter. It's really heavy, it's really strong. I wouldn't wear this in fall, in spring and summer. Maybe early spring. In the Netherlands, early spring is usually a little bit rainy. So early spring is here a little bit like fall. So in the Netherlands, you can pull it off. But it depends on where you live. Let's say you live in Texas, then yeah, you hardly have time to pull this off. I think it's mostly warm in Texas, for example. But I would say not a safe blind buy. But in my opinion, a masterpiece, beast mode performance, super sexy and mysterious, very alluring. I would say sample it and thank me later. Initio bless Baraka. Next up we have Nishane Nefs. And this is such a masterpiece fragrance. Made by Chris Maurice, aka Christian Carbonell, one of the best perfumers in the world, master perfumers, one of my favorites. I, by the way, forgot to mention that Initio bless Baraka is made by Alberto Morias, which is also a master perfumer. And the creaminess, the sandalwood in Bless Baraka is phenomenal. I forgot to mention that as well. But back to Nishane Nefs. This is such a masterpiece. Super unique, not for everyone, not a safe blind buy, very expensive, very overpriced actually. I think the retail for this is 50 ml, 555 euros. In my opinion, no fragrance is worth that price, but you can pick it up at discounters for a much lower price. I think I saw it for about 250, 300 euros, and it's a beast. It's super strong. You don't need a lot of sprays, and it smells phenomenal. I would recommend you to at least try a 1 or 2 ml sample, test it on your own skin. It's not for everyone because it has a lot of floral aspects, and some men might consider this too feminine. To my nose, it's perfectly unisex, but it has a sort of old school vibe to it with a modern twist. I think it's a perfectly well balanced fragrance. It is super strong, and especially like when it goes to the mid and to the dry down, it's phenomenal. If you go outside, it's cold and the wind catches your neck. It projects, it leaves a central, you have a scent bubble around you, and it just smells phenomenal on my skin. I think this is worth at least sampling. I wouldn't blind buy this or anything. I would never recommend to blind buy a very expensive fragrance, but this has fig, honey, it has oud, it has whiskey, it has vanilla, it is sweet, it is warm spicy, it's very woody and it's very floral. The warm spiciness comes also from saffron and cinnamon. It has osmanthus. It has a little touch. Yeah, the leather, I would say the leather is pretty smooth. The leather is not too animalic. The oud is also very smooth. It's not animalic at all. It's combined with cedar wood, so it's very woody. But the whiskey gives it just a little bit of a boozy touch in the background. It's not overwhelming. I think the balance is perfectly well balanced. Um, yeah, the fig, the honey, super sexy. Perfect for winter, perfect to cut through the cold. You can also wear it in fall. Depends on where you live. Of course, here in the Netherlands, you can wear this in fall as well. But it depends on the month, it depends on the weather. This is perfect when it's very cold, when it's windy. This just feels super comforting and it cuts through the cold. Smells phenomenal. Try at least a sample and thank me later. Oh, by the way, I would think this is perfect for daylight. It's very sexy, it's very mysterious, very alluring. I wouldn't wear this to the office or anything, but if you have money to spend and you can just buy this, go out clubbing and you will make a statement for sure. This is such a masterpiece. We arrived at the last two with Sora, Dora, Jany, and this is another gourmand fragrance. Every fragrance on this list is a gourmand or it has gourmand vibes. As you know by now, I love sweet and warm spicy fragrances, and this is the perfect sweet and warm spicy gourmand fragrance. So this smells like a cinnamon pie, a caramelized cinnamon apple pie. It has baked apple, puff pastry, it has cinnamon, it has peach, plum, apricot, it has caramel, it has vanilla, it has, already said peach and plum, as osmanthus as well. Osmanthus also has the milky sort of peach vibes. It's a wonderful blend. It's a bit nutty. The almond comes off perfectly well balanced in this whole complete blend. But what you mostly detect is just a sort of warm, spicy cinnamon apple pie vibe with caramel and vanilla. It's I love sweet fragrances. I love gourmand fragrances. This is also very loved in the fragrance community by women. Super unisex. Maybe some men think, oh, it's too sweet for me, it's too gourmandish for me. I don't care. I love it myself. But again, not a safe blind buy. But if you love gourmand fragrances, this is literally one of the best gourmands on the market right now, in my opinion. I think this came out in 2023, if I'm correct. And yeah, it's already getting hyped on social media. A lot on Instagram. A lot of people are talking on Instagram. I don't think a lot of people on YouTube talking about it, but I love it. It has beast mode performance. It's an Extrait de Parfum. I think it's about 30% concentration. They're also launching, maybe it's already launched. I haven't checked yet, to be honest. 100 ml EDPs, and the EDPs are 20%, and the extraits are 30%, so 50 ml. But this is a beast. Amazing atomizer. It lasts for at least 12 hours on my skin. I think most of these fragrances are beast mode, except the Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme. That has about 8 hours performance, pretty moderate. But the others are all very, very strong beast mode performance fragrances. I forgot to mention that Nefs is a beast, by the way, I think. I'm not sure. But Jany, super sexy. I would say sample this at least. Thank me later. You can get samples at Sandsplit, for example. Just get a sample, and you can also buy a bottle for your girlfriend, for example, and then use it yourself. Steal it and use it yourself. Because yeah, I share it with my girlfriend. Sometimes she wears it. I mostly wear it, to be honest. But I really love this scent profile. Perfect for winter. It gives Christmas vibes. It gives cozy, warm, spicy, sexy, alluring, comforting vibes, Netflix and chill vibes. Perfect for a date night, in my opinion. Perfect also if you just go out clubbing or something and you want to smell edible. You will smell edible. You will smell like a snack. Not for the office, I think. Not for other occasions. Not for the gym and for school and stuff. But like, just get a sample and thank me later. Sora, Dora, Jany. Last but not least, we have Pernoire Otimo, and this is a new release. I think they released it around Exant, I think, around March. And this is a beast. It is a Another gourmand fragrance, but in a very unique way, because this has a quince note. And the quince, I already have a fragrance in my collection and I cannot remember which one, but it's a very particular note and you can pick it up right away because it has a sort of sour aromaticness to it. And it's fruity and sweet at the same time, but it's sour as well. And the sourness is, in my opinion, very nice, well balanced because the rest of the fragrance is really sweet. It has praline, it has vanilla, it has rum, and the rum is sweet and boozy, and it has tobacco. It has cardamom, and the cardamom is, of course, also sweet and warm, spicy. And the osmanthus comes off a little bit lactonic, kind of, but it also has the apricot peach kind of vibes. So it smells fruity at the same time. So it is boozy, it's warm, spicy, it's sweet, it's fruity, but it's also a little bit sour because of the quince note. It's also a little bit woody. I think altogether with the praline note and the tonka bean and the vanilla, altogether it is sweet and warm, spicy. It's a beautifully well balanced fragrance. It's a beast. It's very strong. Most of the Sora, Doras and Pernoire are pretty strong. Most of them are beast mode. And I actually have one or two that are stronger. I think I have Kama and Tiara. Tiara is super strong. It's a beast. It's really strong. But this is beautifully well balanced. I think with the rum note and the tobacco, it's not too boozy, not too much tobacco. The quince is pretty prominent. I think it's super well balanced. If you love gourmand fragrances, if you love boozy fragrances, if you love tobacco fragrances, this is very different. I saw on Fragrantica, for example, that people voted that it smells similar to Harrod. No, I have Harrod, totally different. They also voted on something else, and I also thought, like, no, this smells totally different. Of course, maybe it's a little bit in the same direction or maybe in the same scent profile, but still a complete different fragrance. I have it on my hand here right now. That sort of quince, that sour aromaticness, it's a very unique note, but it's very well balanced with the rest, with the sweet and warm spicy cardamom. It's a beautifully well balanced fragrance. I would say perfect to cut through the cold, perfect for winter, and also I would say you can wear this on a date night, but I think it's also a hit or a miss fragrance. I don't think that every lady would like this, but you will, yeah, for sure smell mysterious. It is sweet, it's sexy, it's mysterious at the same time. Perfect for going out clubbing. You will make a statement. Do not wear this to the gym or the office or school or whatever. Oh, also, yeah, I think, of course, because it's a pretty expensive fragrance, I think these go for around 200 euros for 50 mls. Extrait Parfum, by the way, amazing performance, but at least get a sample of this. Not a safe blind buy, but thank me later. Get a sample and test it out yourself. Thanks again for watching. It would be really helpful if you like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel, of course. Watch my other videos. Give me some feedback. Have you smelled one of these fragrances? Do you own one of these fragrances? Or maybe after the video, you decided to sample them. Yeah, come back to the video. Let me know what you think of the fragrances. In the meantime, it's still live right now. I'm in New York at this moment. I filmed this, of course, prior to New York. At this moment, I'm in New York, the last day of Scent Explorer. It's Saturday. Well, here, it's while I'm filming, it's not Saturday, but it's Saturday, the 7th of December, and I have a giveaway, a personal giveaway for my collection. So you can win Mugler Pure Malt, brand new in box, not this bottle. This is my own bottle. Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cologne, also not this bottle, but you can wear a brand new unboxed bottle. Or La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique. So all of these brand new unboxed, and the winner can choose one of these three fragrances. All you have to do is actually go to my Instagram account. Yeah, the video is there. It's also on YouTube Shorts, by the way. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, tag two friends, type the word done, and if you want extra chances, share it in your story. Blah, blah, blah. It's super easy. And I will randomly pick a winner, worldwide shipping, and the winner can choose. So the winner can choose one of these three fragrances, brand new in box. I will take care of the shipping. Potential import fees, depending on the country, I'm not covering that. But like, yeah, it will be fine probably. I can also ship it not as a fragrance, so it will be fine with import fees. Yeah, in the meantime, check out my YouTube shorts, check out my community section, check out Instagram, TikTok, Threads. I post every day 100% fragrance content, and next week I will be back with another video. In the meantime, check out everything, because I'm also posting stuff from New York, from Scent Explore, and I hope I meet some of you guys there. That will be super nice. So thanks again for watching, and you may overspray. Namaste. See you next week.